स्वादयन्निह सर्वेषाम् त्रय्यन्तार्थम् सुदुर्ग्रहम् स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्रः तम् वन्दे यामुनाह्वयम् नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः नमो नमो यामुनाय यामुनाय नमो नमः यत्पदाम्भोरुहध्यान विध्वस्ताशेषकल्मषः वस्तुतामुपयातोऽहम् यामुनेयम् नमामि तम् स्वधर्मज्ञानवैराग्य साध्यभक्त्येकगोचरः नारायणः परम् ब्रह्म गीताशास्त्रे समीरितः श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि.
So 83rd paragraph. Tat etat purva adhyaya. It is not adhyaya. Purvadhyaya. So Purvadhyaya Sangati Pradarshana Purvakam Vyachaste. So this is Tatu meaning that. So Etatu means this. So, such an expression is also very peculiar and significant. Tatu Etatu meaning that is this or this is that. Meaning very important point of discussion, namely Lord Sriman Narayana as the Paramapurusha or Purushottama, and especially in this 18th chapter, the final, where important Charama Shloka is there, the attitude of the conclusion of Arjuna is there, and so on. Therefore, the same subject is continued. That's the meaning. So Purva Adhyaya. So Purva Adhyaya is 17th chapter, the previous chapter. Purva previous Adhyaya chapter. Sangati. Sangati is what we call the content or the, you can say even link. So Pradarshana showing. So Purvakam preceded. So preceded by showing the link of the 17th chapter to this chapter. Vyachaste. So this is a beautiful verb in Sanskrit, which means explains well. Explains well. It is Sri Yamunacharya who explains well in the Gitartha Sangraha. That's the meaning. Vyachaste. V plus A plus chaste. Vyachaste. So atitena adhyaya dvayena abhyudaya nishreyasa sadhana bhutam vaidikam eva yajna tapo dana adikam karma na anyat. It is not karmaha. There is no visarga after karma. Very good. So na anyat. Then Vaidikasya karmanaha samanya lakshanam pranava anvayaha. So coming to this sentence, this is a quotation from this Gita Bhashya. The quotation ends in, I think, can we go scroll down? After Sattva Gunasya Upadeyatvam, the last sentence, okay. So Pratipadyante iti. Pratipadyante iti. So till then we have what we call a paragraph of quotation from the Gita Bhashya. and we will just go through, except the what we call the word Pranava Anvayaha. Pranava Anvayaha. Of course, that can be discussed now without referring to the mantra Pranava or the other two words Namo Narayanaya. Now we coming back to the quotation beginning with Atitena. Now we are now referring to the 16th and 17th chapters. So Atitena means already done. Already, actually Atita means past. It's a past, P-A-S-T. So Adhyaya Dvayena. We have gone through the two chapters earlier, namely 16 and 17. Then what happened was, so Atitena Abhyayadvayena, by the last two chapters, namely 16 and 17, Abhyudaya. Abhyudaya is R-I-S-E, rise. Rather what we call a promotion. Abhyudaya is promotion. With regard to a prince in a royal family, when he is adorning the throne, we call it Abhyudaya. It's rather like a promotion. So now, so we are now promoted to the idea. Now, Nishreyasa Sadhana Bhutam Vaidikam. So we are taken to a yoga called Karma Yoga. The Karma Yoga is based on, the other words support this Karma Yoga. The next line you will find two words, three words. Karma na anyat. Karma na anyat. So now by the 16th and 17th chapter, we follow the discipline of action. So karma and na anyat meaning no other action, no other yoga, no other yoga. Na no, anyat other. No other yoga except karma yoga. So we are talking of karma yoga in the 16th and 17th chapter. Though they are the last six, 13 to 18, form the part of Bhakti Yoga, and we always discussed that the Bhakti Yoga is always preceded by Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, and therefore what are we supposed to do? What are the actions to be performed by us? So this will be clearly, these were clearly given by 16 and 17 chapters, directly or indirectly. And therefore, what does the action become? The action becomes Nishreyasa Sadhanam. Bhutam is simply, you can say, existing or remaining, live and so on. Nishreyasa Sadhanam is, Sadhanam, as you know, the means, Upakaranam. Upakaranam. We are also the instrument in the hands of God. So here we are talking about Karma Yoga as the sadhanam. And by Karma Yoga, we remind ourselves that kings like Janaka became what we call Nityaturi, rather can say released soul prominently by Karma Yoga. Nishreyasa sadhanam, Nishreyasa meaning ever prosperous. Shreyas is prosperity in the next world. Nishreyasa is again higher prosperity, meaning again that we permanently have the bliss, the eternal bliss. Whereas the prosperity of this world is called preyas, P-R-E-Y-A-S. This is S-H-R-E-Y-A-S, Shreyas. Nishreyasa ni doesn't give here any negative sense. Nishreyasa is a positive, what we call higher prosperity. Higher prosperity. That means higher good, we say. We always become, we get everything good. So that will be a permanent good also. It's not a temporary good as we have in this world, called the prayers. This is opposed to Nishreyas. Nishreyasa sadhanam is the discipline of action is the means to become highly blissful, permanently blissful. That's the meaning of Nishreyasa sadhanam. Then what kind of sadhanam is that? Vaidikam. Because we understand this Karma Yoga from the scriptures. The scriptures are more important to follow. Scriptures are highest, most excellent. Okay. That's what I said as rather avoiding the cycle of birth and death. We become the permanent residents of the abode Sri Vaikuntham. So Vaidikam is it is prescribed in scripture. What is Nishreyasa sadhana according to scripture is Karma Yoga. Then what is Karma Yoga? You find these three important activities. Of course, the Adikam is there, etc. is there. So Yajna, Tapaha, Dana. So Yajnaha, Tapaha, Danam. So Yajnam, number one, Yajnaha. So Yajnaha again, Tapaha and Danam. Yajnaha is a masculine gender word, Tapaha and Danam are neutral gender word. So these three activities, along with other activities, are to be performed. Yajnam is sacrifice, Tapaha is penance, Danam is charity, giving, gift. So Yajna, Tapaha, Danam, and many more activities related to scriptures. We call otherwise Yajnam as Yagaha, sacrifice. Kratuhu, we have so many words for Yaga, so Yajnam. Now the Yajnam that what we do is called Yajnam, what we call, especially Chinmaya mission people call it as Bhagavad Gita Yajnam. The study of Bhagavad Gita itself is a sacrifice. Sacrifice means we are not sacrificing something great, but we are sacrificing our time, or not for sacrificing, spending our time, in fact, usefully, and spending our energy, spending our, rather using our intellect to understand, and therefore this is we call Yajnam. The oblation is our buddhi offered to the fire of knowledge, and therefore it's called Bhagavad Gita Yajnam. Then Tapaha, also Tapaha is we stick to this strictly to understanding of this one, and therefore Tapaha will be a meditation, rather repetition of the ideas in our mind. So that will become Tapaha. Then Danam will be actually what we call gift of knowledge that we get from the Lord. The gift is given by the Lord. We are the receiving end. We are not giving anything. So a preceptor, the God is the first preceptor, and therefore we get from the preceptor the gift of knowledge. That was called Danam. Now, we are also supposed to do Danam, gift to the needy, to the deserving. And this Danam is divided into three varieties in the 18th chapter. And therefore, very elaborately mentioned. What is Tapaha, what is Yajnaha, and what is Danam. These three are elaborated, in detail are explained in the 18th chapter. So Yajna, Tapo, Dana, Adikam, etc. karma, the action, na anyat, nothing else. Then again, Vaidikasya karmanaha, when we are doing some rituals of scriptures, karmanaha, of the action, Vaidikasya karmanaha, of the action related to scriptures, meaning say fire rituals. Here, of course, Samanya Lakshanam, ordinary definition. Samanya is ordinary. Lakshanam is definition. Common definition is Pranava Anvayaha. Whenever we offer oblation to the fire, we never miss to say the Pranava and the last word, meaning we salute Namaha. And we also say Swaha. When we say Swaha, we start anything with any God's name with Om, Pranava. So Anvayaha, any one meaning was link or joining. But in other contexts, Anvayaha also means prose order. Anvayaha in other contexts will mean family, race, R-A-C, and so on. Here we are referring to the Pranava Anvayaha, the connection of the Pranava syllable to the definition of what Vaidika karma, an action belonging to scripture, defined. So here, Tatra means there. Moksha, again Abhyudaya. It is not Abhyadaya, it is Abhyudaya. Right. The ya must be removed. Abhyudaya. Yeah, right. So Moksha Abhyudaya Sadhanayoho. Vedaha, it is not Badaha, it is Veda. We have to bear with the correction because otherwise it will confuse us. So moksha abhyudaya sadhanayoho vedaha. Then tat sat shabda nirdeshatvena. Then again there is no visarga after nirdeshatvena. The visarga must be deleted. Yes. Moksha sadhanam. Can you? I think the word talking and my name hides the last letter. Moksha sadhanam cha, is it? You can just scroll, make it smaller or make it scroll down or up. Right. Moksha sadhanam cha karma. Phala abhisandhi rahitam yajnadikam. Then kama is there. Tad arambaha sattvodrekat bhavati. No visarga again. Sattvodrekascha satvika ahara sevanena iti uktam. Let me read it fully the paragraph so that afterwards need not go for correction. Anantaram moksha sadhanataya nirdishtayoho tyaga sanyasayoho aikyam tyagasya swarupam bhagavati sarveshware sarvakarmanam kartritva anusandhanam sattva rajas tamasam karya varnanena sattva gunasya upadeyatvam swavarna उचितानां कर्मणां परम पुरुष आराधन भूतानां परम पुरुष प्राप्ति Prapti Nirvartana Prakaraha and Kama Krishnasya cha Gita Shastrasya Sararthaha Bhakti Yogaha iti ete Pratipadyanti. A very big paragraph because we are talking about a lot of subjects in the lot of topics in the Bhagavad in the 18th chapter. So we come to the first line. I think we have seen the earlier line. So moksha abhyudaya. Okay, right. Tatra. Okay. So moksha is if it starts with the string starts with moksha abhyudaya. Okay. Now we saw abhyudaya earlier abhyudaya. What is abhyudaya? That was abhyudaya sadhanam we saw nishreyasa sadhanam. Abhyudaya nishreyasa sadhanam. That's what we saw. Abhyudaya nishreyasa sadhanam. Other abhyudaya is coming up of nishreyasa sadhanam, the means to attain the, as he said, most excellent position, namely we become the released soul. We become the released soul. Nishreyasa sadhanam. When we become, again I say it, when we become released soul, there is no rebirth and death. The cycle is over. Not only the cycle is over, we have so many other aspects of living in life in Vaikuntha, namely experiencing, realizing the qualities of the Lord, Ananta Kalyana Guna of the Lord, the seamless number of auspicious qualities of the Lord. When we enjoy the auspicious qualities of the Lord, we do Kainkaryam service. When we do service, we get the preeti of the Lord, affection of the Lord. So all this is called Nishreyasa. Whatever we have very happy experience, then our service, any kind of service which will please the Lord, and there is no unhappiness also. There is no unhappiness. There's nothing called bad in Vaikuntha. No negative qualities in Vaikuntha. And when we understand and realize the qualities of the auspicious qualities of the Lord, then we get more and more attached to Him. We love Him more. So all these are contained in Nishreyas. So we are talking about Abhyudaya. Now this is the word Abhyudaya here given as Abhyudaya Sadhanam. So what is Moksha Sadhanam and what is Abhyudaya Sadhanam? There are two. Almost same. That's what I was explaining about Nishreyasa. Nishreyasa is and also Moksha. Nothing very different. There is no clear line of demarcation between the Moksha, the what we call emancipation, beatitude, the freedom from the bondage or from the cycle of birth and death and so on. So that is Moksha. That is what we call getting closer to the Lord. Proximity to the Lord is more. That is what we call Samipyam. Otherwise called Samipyam. Then our vision of the entire world creation is as good as or equal to the Lord's vision. And then that's what we call Salokyam. And we get into the same form, Sarupyam. We also become endless. We also become blissful, Anandatvam, Amalatvam. Then pure. So Anantatvam, endless. Then Apahata Papmatvam, nothing bad attaches to us. All these are all called moksha. So again, Abhyudaya Sadhanam is almost same. But now the discussion is, so what is sadhanam to moksha and what is sadhanam to Abhyudaya? We saw earlier in the previous line, karma na anyat. The word karma na anyat. There is the yoga of the action, the discipline of action is very important. And in karma, we are doing some activities like yajna, tapaha, and dana, the sacrifice, the penance, and the charity, the charitable act. Many, of course, many charitable activities, etc. And some more, which will, I would also say, not only these are our daily duties, but also we call it in some other term like anushtanam, pratidinam anushtanam, the diurnal duties we say, the diurnal duties. That during the daytime, what are we to do? So after getting up from the bed, so till the end of the day, there are some homely rituals, what you call homa rituals, like as a brahmachari, as a bachelor, just before marriage, we call him brahmachari. He has to do samidha danam along with the sandhya vandanam, worship of the twilight. The disciplined life, that's all I would say. The householder called Gitartha will perform what you call Upasanam. We have to perform, all of us have to perform Aradhanam, propitiation through what we call 5 asanas, Mantrasanam, Punarmantrasanam, Snanasanam, making the Lord take bath, then adorning him, decorating him, embellishment, what we call Dhupasanam, then Deepasanam, then Bhojasanam, giving him food, offering the food. Then finally Karpura Harati, plus then Paryankasanam, taking him to the bed. So these are all the parts of Tiruvaradhanam, the puja, the worship. And then, of course, the other duties like the initial and later to this, first Abhigamanam, Upadanam. Abhigamanam is approaching the Lord in the morning, as soon as we get up, to seek his permission in everything. Then Upadanam, collecting materials. Then Vidyaradhanam, performing immediately after Madhyanikam, the Tiruvaradhanam. After the noon worship, we do the puja, and then Svadhyaya, the self-study in the afternoon, and yoga, that is meditation, then that leads to sleep. So all these are all some of the duties. And we have got Brahma Yajnam, so many Brahma Yajnam, Adhara Shaktyadi Tarpanam. These are all some of the technical terms that, well, I mean, the whole day is full of rituals, religious activities, which make us concentrate on God's quality. That is more important. So we are blessed. We must feel that we are blessed, and therefore, so all these are all what we call the discipline of action. So that will be Abhyudaya Sadhana. Where what is Moksha Sadhana? Now this is explained here in the 6th chapter, namely 13 to 18, as we call them Bhakti Yoga. The Bhakti Yoga will be the action of devotion, rather the yoga of devotion, the discipline of devotion is now greatly involved, and that is called Moksha Sadhana. Therefore, what is the difference? Vedaha. The next word is Vedaha. What is the difference between this Moksha Sadhanam and the Abhyudaya Sadhanam? Now, Abhyudaya Sadhanam is actually the first step the previous step to Moksha Sadhanam. That's all. That means when we follow the action of the discipline of action, when we follow the discipline of action, that should give rise to Jnana Yoga, the discipline of wisdom, and then it should again lead to Bhakti Yoga. So Bhakti Yoga will give you the moksha sadhana. So tat sat shabda nirdeshatvena. Everywhere I told you, everything good happens in the Vaikuntha. Everything good. Therefore, sat shabdaha. Sat shabdaha. Sat means good. Shabdaha means word. Shabdaha also means scripture. Shabdaha also means grammar. And so on. Here it is sat shabdaha is the good word. The good word in the sense scriptural word. So tat shabdaha meaning following whatever relevant portions of the scriptures we can refer to. So you refer to them and we understand what will be the nature of Abhyudaya Sadhanam and Moksha Sadhanam. Now it is very clear in the next expression. So Nirdeshatvena meaning indicated, by indicating. So by indicating the good word. What is good word? What is good? The good is Sat is ever existent Lord. That is Sat. So we are now going slowly from the discipline of action, then go to the jnana part of it, wisdom part of it, by understanding what is that Sat Shabda. So what is the difference between the individual soul and the supreme soul? What is the nature of the individual soul, that is we? What is the nature of supreme soul? And what are the differences? What are the incapabilities of the individual soul and the wonderful nature of the supreme soul? All these are meant by the word Sat Shabda. Sat Shabda, the good word. The good word is from the scripture. The scriptures explain to you the greatness of the Lord, and therefore that is Sat Shabda. Then Nirdesh Satvena, so by the indication of this Sat Shabda, we understand what is Moksha Sadhana. Moksha Sadhana is karma, phala, abhisandhi, rahitam. So we were talking about the previous line that yajna tapaha dhanam. Yajnam tapaha dhanam. Sorry, yajnaha tapaha dhanam. So these three activities were mentioned very particularly. So these three activities should be done. How? How should they be done? This is what now this next expression is. This karma, the activity, will have phala abhisandhi rahitam. We will not expect any fruits from the actions performed, like yajnaha, tapaha, and dana. Yajnaha sacrifice, tapaha penance, danam charitable activity. So these three, we will not do it with an expectation of fruit. So phala, this karma will be, the action will be without the expectation of fruit. Phala. Not it will have fruit, but we will not aspire for it. We will not long for it. We will not go after it, run after. Phala. Then abhisandhi. Abhisandhi is our link, our close link with the fruit. That will be no. That is no. Rahitam. Without. Then so say no to the phalam. No, not what you call doing lip service. Superficially say no. I don't want anything from the Lord. So I don't want by my performance of duty. I don't want anything from the Lord. We openly say, but we don't say it with our heart of heart. Why I say this is everybody's experience. Our bhakti is bhakti cannot be measured. At the same time, bhakti is less compared to others. That's what we say. So rahitam, we must feel always low. We must always feel that we are not the best. So rahitam without. So what will be the action like yajnadikam? There were at least three activities mentioned earlier. Now it is only one. So yajnadikam meaning yajnaha tapaha danam. Then something more also. Yajnadikam. So moksha sadhana will be doing action, performing the duty without a expectation of the fruit. So we have to go to the second chapter to understand it, namely Karmanyevadhikaraste Ma Phaleshu Kadachana Ma Karma Phala Hetur Bhuhu Ma Te Sangostu Akarmani. So this also is in last word also it to be added to this Phala Abhisandhi Rahita. Not only that we are not to expect any fruit, we are also not to be inactive. We cannot be idle also. So Karmanyevadhikaraste, not only we have the right to do our duty, but also the what you call the exigency to do the emergency to do the duty. Exigency and emergency. We are not to remain inactive. Not only we have the right, but we have to exercise the right. We cannot remain without doing our duty. So Karmanyevadhikaraha. Then Ma Phaleshu Kadachana. No thought of fruit at any time whatsoever. No thought of any fruit. A small or big, a small favor or big favor, a small expectation or big expectation, great expectation. Then we have the next one, Kadachana, Ma Karma Phala Hetur Bhuhu. So you don't work for it, you don't create causes for our fruits of action. Ma Karma Phala Hetur Bhuhu. Don't be a reason for, cause for creating fruit out of the action. So let us not even advise others that you must have fruit. Suppose, I mean, just an example, when you write an examination, we want results. When we look at the results, we have many thoughts. And those thoughts refer to our efforts put in. And then we used to say in Alankara literature in Sanskrit, was there a result of your action? Yes. Was it negative or positive? Negative. Say negative. But even if it is negative, there was a result. So we are not talking about negative fruits and positive fruits also. So ma karma phala hetur bhuhu. Then mate sangostu akarmani. Let us not be idle also. That is the advice given the Sankhya Yoga of the second chapter. Now coming to this one. So what will be? How shall we begin? How shall we begin? Tata tat arambaha. So shall we start? Shall we start performing the duty without expectation of the fruit? Yes. Now we say, what should our performance of duties result in? It should result in sattva udreka. Sattva udreka will be the result of our actions without expectation of fruit. What is sattva udreka? Because when we are born here, either as human beings or some other living being, or as even Chetana, an insentient object, all the three qualities are the contents of our existence, namely Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Now, most of us may have the other two qualities prominent, Rajas and Tamas. Only a few among us will have more Sattva quality than the other two. We mean good people are very rare. Good people are very rare. So Sattvodrekaha. So that will become, so Sattvodrekaha means an impetus given to Sattva. Udrekaha is what we call an encouragement, or we say in computer, boost, B-O-O-S-T. You can also reboot. Already we have Sattva quality. There is no doubt we are comprised of all the three qualities. Three qualities are there, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. but proportion of each differs from each individual soul. And our aim is to become fully consisting of sattva. The sattva must be understood all goodness, that's all goodness. So sattva udreka will be what we call, as I said, rebooting or boosting up, the boosting of the sattva quality. Again, so what will be the result of boosting our sattva quality? Again, the same thing. So the sattva quality results in sattva quality. Just like we say, what will happen to our wisdom when we understand ourselves, namely individual soul, and the God Almighty? What do we get is knowledge, wisdom. What is the fruit of that knowledge? Wisdom. Wisdom is the fruit of wisdom. Knowledge is the fruit of knowledge. Is what we call, you would have heard about Newman's idea of a university. We go to university, college, school to study, and after we study, of course, the expectation is to get a job, get a nice income, and getting settled in life. These are all many expectations from our study. But the study for study's sake will be the right way of the discipline of wisdom. Therefore, and again here, our sattva quality should become more and more. So from the little quality sattva that we possess, we must have more and more sattva quality enhanced. So sattvodrekat bhavati sattvodreka. The advent of sattva will give rise to advent of sattva. Then how do you achieve that? How do you achieve this sattva udreka? Meaning the upsurge of sattva. Udreka is upsurge. Our quality goes up. Then sattvika ahara sevanena. Very simple. Very simple, but it's hard to practice. Simple to say, but hard to practice. So we cannot take any food item that we may like unadvised by, is not advised by, or not advisable by the Shastra. Now, Vedanta Deshika has written a particular book called Ahara Niyamam in Tamil. Ahara Niyamam. But now we say we don't accept it because in his days some vegetables are not available, and therefore he is unaware of those vegetables, and therefore we take today many new vegetables, foreign vegetables. We have so many qualities of those vegetables. I would also say, don't take all vegetables at one time. Though we rarely do that. We do that. In a particular function, for example, a marriage, or even what we call Ancestors' Day, we take all kinds of vegetables at a time. So that is not advisable. Because each vegetable has got a different quality. Each vegetable is also divided into, like we are divided into sattva, rajas, and tamas. This is very important. Sattva, rajas, and tamas are the qualities of the vegetables also, rather food also. Anything that you eat, rather the rice, what we call the annam or the odanam. We say chawal in Hindi. From this onward, the quality maintenance also is necessary. And therefore, the food should give us the sattva quality. And therefore, sattva ahara sevanena. Sevanam is a very beautiful word. Seva, service. Sevanam also means service. But we serve ourselves. We serve our body. The body is being served. Sevanena. Again, we also say server. We call a person who gives the dishes server. And even here, the server is very important in computer. Very important is server. So Satvika Ahara Sevanam. Good food server. So by serving the good food, by serving ourselves the good food, we can achieve the increase of sattva quality in the ascending position. Then Anantaram, later, moksha sadhanataya. I think, should we go on without discussion till this, if you want. Otherwise, it will take a lot of time to go through the next 6 lines. I would rather subscribe to. Now we are talking about the action or the discipline of action that involves 3: yajna, tapaha, dhanam initially, and some more, and that will lead to abhyudaya sadhanam, meaning we are promoted to a position where everything happens good, every good happens. Then where we are going to discuss about the moksha sadhanam a little later. The moksha sadhanam will be achieved by the moksha sadhanam will be bhakti yoga, the discipline of devotion, and that discipline of devotion also precedes jnana yoga, the discipline of wisdom and so on. So do you want to continue, or do you want to have?
So if anybody has any questions at this point.
And again, I feel guilty of not giving you some practical examples of illustrations of this practice, namely yajnaha, tapaha, dhanam. There are so many words in the scriptures, especially Upanishads, Jnana Kandam. Actually, the whole 3/4 of the scriptures talks about our duties, Karma Kandam. It involves a lot of rituals, like what we call sacrifices in different forms. There was a gentleman asking me yesterday, do Vaishnavas perform Soma Yoga? I said, I have not heard that a Vaishnava performing Soma Yoga. Soma Yoga, of course, Soma Yoga is directed initially towards Lord Shiva. Umaya saha vartate iti Soma. Uma is Parvati. So Parvati, he is associated with Parvati. Therefore, he is called Somaha. Somaha also means Chandraha, the moon. But here it is Somaha is Lord Shiva. So Soma Yaga is performed for 5 days. Yeah.
But Swami, the Soma Yaga, there's Agnistoma Soma Yaga, in which the Soma Ras is offered to Vishnu. And there was one person, Agnihotri Ramanuja Tatachar. Yeah, somebody, I believe that they used to also do the Soma Yaga in North India for several people of different, like Balaba Sampradaya. Because I was in Ahmedabad one time and they were doing a Soma Yaga, and they brought Sri Vaishnavas from South India to do the Soma Yaga. So definitely Sri Vaishnavas, there are some Sri Vaishnavas who are doing the Soma Yaga.
There are very rare instances are there, and especially the Yajamanas, what you call the real what you call sponsors of the sacrifice will be in those days kings, later very rich people. As you said, long back when I saw Somayoga performed rather in 1980s. An amount of 3 lakhs rupees was required to perform Somayaga. What I mean to say is the expenses involved was very large compared to our income in those days. We couldn't afford to perform Somayaga, and frequently Somayaga is performed even today in Thiruvayar, Panchanada Kshetram, the place of death of Tyagaraja, Tyagaraja of music. So why this Somayaga is performed, and five animals, goats are sacrificed. They are called the Pashu, and 5 days of Somayaga, and it's all for the welfare of the world. It's all for the welfare of the world. And again, whenever we perform sacrifice, we have to remind ourselves that it is the full form is Vishnu. Yajno vai Vishnu, Vishnu vai Yajnaha. Therefore, but in spite of the final goal of the sacrifice, we call them done for some other deities also.
Some people are doing the Shrauta Yagas, like the Soma sacrifice, and they're not killing the animals. They're not having the pasu. They're not killing the animals, but they're the madhvas say that you can make an animal out of grains. You can make an animal out of some rice, and you can put the rice.
Flower doll is made. The flower doll is made of.
Yeah. So is that? I also had one friend of mine. He had a kala sharpa dosha. He had a problem with the kala sharpa dosha, and the purohit came. It was Murli Bhatta's people came to my house, and in the backyard, and they made a sarpa. They made a snake from flour for doing the puja. So this is a common thing. Instead of worshiping the real snake, instead of killing the real animal, they make from flour. Just like if you go in the temple, you also see sometimes this pista deep. So they use the flour for a lot of different things instead of using the real thing.
Yeah.
So is there some shastra there? Is there some explanation by Sri Vaishnavacharyas or by Vaishnavas in general as to why they should not actually kill the animal in the sacrifice? Why they should do why should they? In other words, the prayoga of the sacrifice is to kill the animal. But we know.
This is the influence of Buddhism on non-violence.
I see. But we also have the statement in Shastra, Gomeda Ashrameda Cha. There are 5 things in Kali Yuga that should not be performed. This offering of Shraddha with using meat, and the brother-in-law impregnating the widow, and the taking of sannyas also, as well as the cow sacrifice and the horse sacrifice. So, but we see people are taking sannyas still in Kali Yuga, but we don't see people doing any of the other 4 things. So no cow sacrifice, no horse sacrifice, no offering of meat to in the Shraddha for the ancestors, and no impregnation of widows by brother-in-law. So how can we understand about people taking sannyas, like Ramanujacharya, Alavandar, all these great acharyas have taken sannyas, except for Vedanta Deshika. Most of them are sannyasins. So isn't this forbidden according to Shastra in Kali Yuga?
No, that is the remaining a householder throughout the life is for helping the other ashramites, brahmachari, vanaprastha, and sannyasi. and therefore it is considered useful. But the last ashrama, Turiya ashrama is there, fourth ashrama is there. One can go into that. But there should be no return from the or coming back to any other ashrama. That also happens today.
Right. So it's just like moksha, there should be no return. I understand. So you were talking about the sacrifice of knowledge that we are studying for study's sake, like that. And then you were talking about dana, that the Lord, what is dana means the Lord is giving us the realization. We are studying, and from within the Chaitya Guru, or the Lord Paramatman in the heart, He's giving knowledge, He's giving everything to us because we're studying, He's giving us the realization of the studies, like that. So, but this dana, you said dana is also coming to us, the knowledge is coming to us. But I was also thinking that whenever something comes to us, we also have to give to others. So dana, in this sense, when we know the Brahmin, at least the Brahmin has to do yajana, patana, dana, and pratigriha. So he has to also teach. So whenever we get some knowledge or realization from God, that is dana from God, we also have to give dana to others. We have to also tell our realization to others. So and the only other thing that I was interested in was, of course, this sattvic ahara. That it's very interesting that Vedanta Deshika he singles out sattvic ahara as a very important part. In the 18th chapter, it talks about the three gunas, the triguna. Like as you said, yaga, dana, tapa. These are all explained. Like there's a rajasika yaga, there's a tamasika yaga. Like if no sambhavana, if no dakshina is given in a yaga, then it is considered to be tamasic. It's tamasic. If charity is given at the wrong time to the wrong person, it's not good. So we all these things are categorized. But Vedanta Deshika here, he focuses in on sattvic ahara as more important than talking about sattvika dana, sattvika yaga, sattvika tapa, right? So he focuses on why does he focus only on the ahara? Because everything we should do everything sattvic, in sattvic way.
This is Gita Bhashyam, it's not Vedanta Deshika. Under quotation from Gita Bhashyam. Okay,
so Sripad Ramanujacharya, he's saying he's focusing in this sense on sattvic ahara. So we don't know the food habits, the exact food habits of the time of Ramanujacharya, but they were obviously very different from today. And they were even different from the time of Vedanta Deshika, because Vedanta Deshika was a couple of hundred years after Ramanuja. So at least 100 years after Ramanuja's death.
200, we have got the exact date. 1268 he was born, and until 1369 he passed away.
Right. So what I'm saying is Ramanuja, it was 1017 to 1127 or 1137. So 1137 to 1269 is only about 130 years afterwards. Vedanta Deshika was born. So so is it that the rules of eating and the foods and everything changed that much in 100 years or 130 years? I don't think it changed that much.
Well, it's not changed. But Ramanujacharya did not give any rules for sattvika ahara.
Right, he didn't give any rules.
We can easily guess what was available earlier.
Right.
In his time.
Right. So that, but after Vedanta Deshika, with coming of foreigners, and during the time of Vedanta Deshika, the Mughal invasion, the Muslim invasion. So at that time, when foreign invaders came in the form of Muslims, later on in the form of the British, and even the Portuguese when they came in Goa, they introduced so many other things, so many foreign foodstuffs, and so many different ways of eating. So even Vedanta Deshika, he doesn't know about. When he wrote, there were not chilies, there were not cauliflowers. All these foreign vegetables were not there.
Right.
So somebody has to again write another shastra to explain about all the other things that have entered into India and to classify them as sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic.
Based on the experience, personal experience, it should be modified.
Yeah.
And again, some vegetables are completely avoidable, as we said, the onion, the garlic.
But I think the onion and garlic have been talked about in Smriti Shastra, in Manu Samhita. It's discussed about onion and garlic. But of course, nobody's spoken about chili. Nobody has spoken about other things. I also find it interesting that there are some very orthodox Sri Vaishnavas. They won't take coffee, like in Melkote Lakshmi Tadachara. He doesn't take coffee, even though he makes the coffee and offers to the guests, but he will not personally take coffee. And people consider coffee to be a foreign thing.
There are two aspects. One is a taboo. The other one is you cannot buy the seeds or the powder which have been prepared by somebody else. So what do we do in our home in those days? As you said, while you're taking coffee is anachar, it's a bad behavior. And therefore, what we did later, because everybody was prone to like coffee, we bought the seeds from the shop. We fried it, made it a powder, ground it, and then used it. So we actually worked for it. As children also we worked very hard to make a powder, make a coffee powder at home. We never buy coffee powder from the shop. Anything cooked, anything heated should not be used. Yeah, that will involve some unhygienic habits of others, and therefore we don't want to get anything cooked or heated. Fried.
Right. So I remember also, I think Vedanta Deshika has mentioned that the cooking should be done on the fire, should be done only by the Brahmins. And many people in India, they will only eat the food which is prepared by Brahmins. But he also says in Rahasya Trayasaram, I believe, he says that Vaishnava Shudras, people who are Shudras, they can also cook, but they have to be supervised by a Brahmin. But normally when we go to a wedding or something like that, they employ only Brahmin cooks to cook the food. So in the old days, anything which had to be prepared by cooking on the fire would have to be cooked in the house. Yeah. So the only raw materials would be brought from the market, and never prepared foods would never be brought. And even the unchavritti, people used to go begging in the street, and they would be given raw rice. They would be given uncooked rice, and they would have to cook it at home. But sometimes we also, so like in other Asian countries, we see the Buddhist monks go and beg for food in the mornings, and people give them cooked items. So is it nowadays, if people do this unshifriti, do they ever give cooked items? They never give cooked items.
No cooked items.
I see.
No cooked items are there.
So they have to cook themselves.
Yeah.
But
And again,
how is this? My question is, how is the sannyasi? Sannyasi is sasannyasi cha yogi cha naniragni na chakriya in Bhagavad Gita. So it says that a sannyasi cannot cook himself. So if a sannyasi is going to the house of a grihastha, then the householder has to give cooked food, no?
Yeah. You have to offer the cooked food.
But other people they give only uncooked rice.
No, today generally, of course, sannyasi is not supposed to visit a house generally, and therefore in every mutt ashrama, a couple is employed. The husband and the wife are employed to prepare food and offer.
So,
and again, there are some restrictions even in the fuel. We cannot use gas, we cannot use kerosene, we cannot, even in the fuel, what you call firewood, there are some specifications. We need to have neem firewood, neem tree.
Neem wood, yeah.
That will make the preparation, make the food healthy for us. When we consume that kind of food, we will never contract any disease.
I see. So we have seen in the Upanayanam ceremony that the brahmachari, after receiving the sacred thread, he goes and he begs from the ladies, Bo Mata Bhagavati Bhiksham Dehi. He goes and asks the ladies, please, mother, give me some food, Bhiksham, and she gives uncooked rice.
Right.
So then that brahmachari has to go to the Gurukula, and the Guru Patni, the wife of the Guru, has to cook that.
Right.
Because the brahmachari is not cooking it himself. He has to take it to the Guru, and the Guru's wife will cook and prepare, and then the Guru will call the shishyas and they can eat.
Right.
So brahmachari is also not supposed to cook like a sannyasi.
Yeah.
He's forbidden to cook.
Right.
So only grihasthas are allowed to cook, actually.
Right.
So all other ashramas, they have to. I guess the vanaprastha in the forest, he can also cook, but normally the vanaprastha is eating uncooked food, the fruits and the.
Fruit.
He's eating fruits mostly.
Roots and fruit.
Roots, but roots you have to cook, no? Normally you cook the roots.
We do it.
Yeah, there's a type of root. I went to Chitrakuta. In Chitrakuta, they sell this type of root, and it's a big root, and they cut pieces off, and people eat it raw. And they say that Rama and Lakshmana and Sita used to eat this without cooking.
Raw.
Yeah, this is so maybe in the forest they have some roots which can be eaten raw.
Yeah.
So, but just interesting to me that, of course, food is very important to life. So, but the interesting point here was that Vedanta Deshika singles out Sattvic Ahara as he has taken the quotation of Ramanujacharya and said that Ramanuja says it's very important to eat Sattvic Ahara, Sattvic food. So that from that everything comes.
That's a basic.
Yeah.
Requirement.
So we can say that that's the without taking Sattvic Ahara, it'll be very difficult for somebody to realize fully spiritual things.
Ahara Sattva Shuddhi. Our Sattva quality increases by the good food.
Okay, good. Okay, so that was the only points that I was interested in. You know, I thought it was interesting that that also that he mentioned in the beginning in defining karma yoga, he gave the 3 words yagya, tapa, and dana. Yeah, as most important parts of karma yoga. but karma, so my question here is, if we say that the most important aspects of karma yoga are yajna, tapa, and dana, it means mostly the Trivarnikas have the ability to do it, because the Shudras can't perform yajna. They can't perform yajna. Right?
Yeah. Right.
And even we have in Apastamba Dharma Sutras, we have a statement that women and those who are not initiated cannot perform yajna. Right?
Fire ritual.
Yeah, but I had a question about that, because there's a commentary on that by, I think, some Sudarshana, maybe Sudarshana Suri, and I wanted you to. I sent this to you a long time ago, but you didn't comment on it. I guess because it is. Maybe we should leave it for another day, because we are anadhyana right now, right? But I would like you to I would like you to explain the commentary on this particular sutra in Apastamba Dharma Sutra, which says the ladies and those who are not initiated cannot do the yajna, cannot do the yaga, sacrifice.
We'll take it up.
Okay, great. So if there's no other questions, maybe we can go to the Tanyans. Tanyans?
Yeah.
Swami, Swami, one request. Can you explain the meaning of all the Tanyans next time?
Oh, very nice. We'll be starting it. The first one I can give you today, and we can go to the second tomorrow.
Okay.
Number one, Ramanuja Dayapatram Jnana Vairagya Bhushanam Srimad Venkatanathāryam Vande Vedanta Desham. That's number one. After that, we will go to the last verse of the Gitartha. Swami Vedanta Deshika, I bow to. Vande, Aham Vande, I bow to Vedanta Deshika. Deshika meaning guide, Vedanta means Upanishad. Guide to Upanishad. This is a title given by what we call DX Mishina, that is through the Archaka, through the Bhattacharya, in the temple of Sri Ranganatha here in Sri Ranga. Vedanta Charya, actually. Vedanta Charya was given by Lord Ranganatha. And Sarvatantra Swatantra was the title given to him by the goddess, Ranganayika. And because he was attached, Vedanta was attached to the preceptor, earlier preceptor Ramanujacharya. So Ramanujacharya's Dayapatram, he was the receptacle of the mercy of the preceptor, namely Ramanuja. And he has got two decorations, bhushanam, two ornaments, namely Jnana and Vairagya, wisdom and detachment. Jnanam, wisdom, Vairagya, detachment. So he is Srimad, prosperous preceptor, prosperous individual. Why prosperous? Because his wisdom is good, complete. So he has got what we call the richness of knowledge. He is rich in knowledge. Therefore, he is called Srimad. He had a wife also, and he had a son also, Kumara Vardacharya. We call Srimati when we say wife. So Venkatanatharyam. The original name given by the parent is Venkata. Venkata refers to, as you know, Tirupati Lord Srinivasa. Since he was called the incarnation of the bell of this temple at Tirupati, he was actually called Ghantavatara, and again he is Natha, leader for all of us. Aryam, respectable leader. Natharyam. Arya meaning Tamil Ayya. Tamil Ayya will be respectable. So respectable leader called Venkata, the original name given to him by the parents. And he is called otherwise Vedanta Deshika also. So let me salute this. When I say I say one day, when you say one day. Therefore, we all bow our head to the preceptor. Why we do it? Because we are taking a Gitartha Sangraha Raksha, and therefore we are saluting.
So you're saying Chaturdasi, Amavasya, and Pratama are Anadhyayana days when we should not study the scriptures. So
Srimad Rahasya Trayasara was not discussed today.
Srimad Rahasya Trayasara is not discussed on those days.
Yeah, because it's just like scriptures.
It's considered to be like Shruti.
Yeah.
Okay, but Gitartha Sangraha is considered to be like Shruti or not?
We don't mind discussing generally, but we have to. Because it's an offshoot of the scriptures, we don't take them as scripture.
Okay, so Gitartha Sangraha is an offshoot of Gita.
Yeah.
But Gita also is Smriti. It's not Shruti.
Yeah. Shruti is Upanishad.
Yeah.
Upanishad.
Yeah. So can we discuss Smritis or is there only
No. That's why I tell you, because we are not directly involved in the scriptures, we can discuss.
Because we're not directly discussing Shruti, Vedas. Because of that, we can discuss.
Yeah.
But somehow you're saying Rahasya Trayasaram directly discusses the Shruti.
Yeah, because as devotee of Deshika Sampradaya, they feel it is very serious to consider it as scriptures.
I see. It's considered in Deshika Sampradaya. Okay, so only Rahasya Trayasaram or all of the works of Vedanta Deshika are considered to be?
No, only the Ragasya Granthas of Vedanta Deshika, along with, of course, the Upanishad Bhashya.
Okay. So today, during Anadhyayana days, to be very clear, during Anadhyayana days, we should not discuss Sri Bhashya.
Yeah, generally.
We should not discuss Gitartha Sangraha.
Yeah.
Right.
Vedanta Sara, Vedanta Deepa.
Sara, Vedanta Deepa, and Rahasya Granthas, because Rahasya Granthas have to do with discussing about Astakshara, and Astakshara is a Vedic mantra.
Right. All the three mantras, Astakshara, Dvaya, and Charma Shloka.
Yeah, but Charma Shloka is coming from the Gita. That's Mahabharata. That's Smriti.
And we don't call Gita as Smriti. It's a part of Itihasa.
But so we call it Gita Upanishad. So Gita is considered Gita is considered to be also Shruti.
Upanishad.
Yeah, but it gets put in with Shruti. And sometimes people call the Mahabharata as the Panchama Veda, fifth Veda. Yeah. Okay, so I understand.
And again,
but Dvaya mantra is not Dvaya mantra has got nothing to do with Shruti.
Dvaya mantra is from Atharva Veda.
Where in Atharva Veda is Dvaya mantra?
No, then I told you it has been coined. It has been deduced from the Atharva Veda.
Okay.
By the preceptors of Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya.
Right. Okay. So
again, no, on the basis of our what we call Laukika education, that is college education. I cannot afford to cancel classes on this basis in a higher educational institutions like ours.
Right.
Therefore,
Right. But just to be clear,
yeah.
When you were a teacher in St. Joseph's College, you were not teaching Shruti.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like a Gurukula. In the Gurukulas in Sri Rangam, which are traditional Gurukulas, they will not have classes on the Anadhyayana days.
Only on new portions. They will not teach new portions.
They'll not teach new portions. So the children, the students are free they're free to repeat the portions they already know.
Yeah.
So Anadhyayana days, people can do Veda Parayana, but only what they have learned before, and not new portions.
Right.
I see. But
unfortunately, the teachers need also some leave. Therefore, they leave them free.
The teachers need leave. Yeah. Okay. So the teachers get leave for 3 days.
Because instead of Saturdays and Sundays, weekends as we have.
Yeah. There's no weekends.
Generally, four Saturdays and 4 Sundays. Sometimes 5. So these days are not holidays to the college, Vedic college, and therefore they take leave exactly 8 days: Ashtami, Chaturdashi, then Paurnami or Amavasya, and Prathama.
Ashtami.
So two times Ashtami.
Yeah.
2 times Chaturdashi.
Chaturdashi.
Paurnami and Amavasya each one.
Right.
So and
Pratama. And Pratama. Yeah. And these days are called they called Parvans?
Yeah. Pratipad, they are also called Pratipad.
They're all called Pratipad.
The Amavasya and Paurnami are called Pratipad.
But okay, but Pratipad, some people also call Pratama as Pratipad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Astami is not Pratipad.
Yeah.
Astama is Pratipad?
It's not Pratipad.
No.
It's not Pratipad.
Okay, but the Parvans are Anadhyayana days when we should not study the Vedas. Okay, so my question, I would have a question here because we were discussing. I understand the mantra, the Astakshara mantra comes in the Shruti, in the Narayana Upanishad.
Yeah.
Atharva Shirsha Narayana Upanishad. So therefore, it's Shruti. But it would be possible to discuss the mantra Namo Narayana and also the mantra Am Namo Narayanaya, or Am Namo Narayanaya, because those are tantric mantras. Those are not Vedic mantras. Am I right?
No. These are this one, as you said, these 3 words Am or Om Namo Narayanaya are from the Narayana Upanishad and Atharva Shiras. But since while we discuss Gitartha Sangraha or Gitartha Sangraha Rakha, we may not refer to those mantras.
Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimate Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha.